So Pear AI is a AI-based code editor that has landed itself in a lot of hot water recently when it was found out that it is just a fork of continue.dev, and they just took the entire work that they did and they put a pricing filter on top of it, and now they are getting funding from Y Combinator and they are pushing for it to become a mainstream code editor. Now, there are some YouTube videos that have covered this controversy. A video by Melky that you can watch, or you can watch a video by Mehul from CodeDam. They have covered the controversy quite well on Twitter, which is where the controversy is happening. But I wanted to pay my 2 cents in and show you a video and react to it where he pitched the idea for Pear AI as a code editor on his YouTube channel. A fair disclaimer for everybody who's watching this video: I don't hate AI products. I have no problems with Frying Pan. I have no problems with any YouTuber that is creating a product that they want to sell. However, there are some information gaps that I have found in their business pitch ideas that I just wanted to discuss. And this is my problem with AI based products anyway. I feel like there is so much left on the table when it comes to conversations about AI based products. Like anything, just slap the word AI on it and it makes sense, is something that I find a little disingenuous. I feel like we should have open conversations about all of the aspects that AI products have to bring to the customer and what value it provides. As in my previous videos, I have raised this question and quite a few times by this point, that if 5 companies come to you with their AI products, what is the distinguishing factor for you to decide which one you want to buy and which ones to not buy? And when I show you this YouTube video of Frying Pan where he initially pitched us the concept of Pear AI, you will see this knowledge gaps. So let's react to it.
Code in AI, isn't that just GitHub Copilot? No, it's not GitHub Copilot, okay? It's so much better than GitHub Copilot. Do not insult Pear AI like that, okay? It's so much better than GitHub Copilot. Why? Well, I can list a bunch of reasons, but it's probably better.
Okay, so we won't be insulting your Pear AI product, but the question that you raised, the question that Frying Pan raised himself is it is so much better than GitHub Copilot, and he didn't answer that. So I feel like when you pitch a business idea, a product that you want to sell in the market, you should go on and on and on about what features it has to bring. You are making a dedicated video on Pear AI, and you raise the question yourself, like why is it better than Copilot? Then just list the reasons. We will hear you out. We are not here to, insult your Pear AI product as you yourself said it. Okay, so it's better for us if you just show it, right? Okay, so let's see it.
Just to name one that is just very important off the bat is that we are using the best models on the market. Copilot is owned by GitHub, which is owned by Microsoft, which invests in OpenAI. So they're embedded with OpenAI, which means they have to use OpenAI's models. But OpenAI's models are not the best on the market right now. So you're not getting the best results out of it. But
all right, fine. I'll believe you. OpenAI models are not the best on the market right now. What is this statement based on that you just said that OpenAI models are not the best on the market? If there is something that is produced by Microsoft, which has shares in GitHub and OpenAI, the assumption is that they will be building a good product. But you coming on and saying that OpenAI models are not the best on the market, it lacks basis. There should be something, right? Like you yourself said it, that OpenAI models are not the best on the market right now. But what is it based on? No answers on that. We are just going to assume it. Fine, let's continue.
AI, we are not in bed with anyone. As you can see, we're coding here all day, all night. Yeah, but
Okay, so your explanation is that you are not embedded with anyone. What does that mean? What does that mean for the customers? And what does it mean that you're better than OpenAI? There are still so many knowledge gaps in these two statements. OpenAI models are not the best on the market right now. Why? No explanation. Pear AI is not embedded with anyone. Again, lacking explanation. If you are not embedded, what difference are you actually making? But anyway, let's continue.
yeah, but that means we're not restricted to any company, and we're gonna give you guys the best models possible, and you can also switch and choose whichever one you want. All right, enough talking. Let me show you guys a demo right now.
Okay, so you are not restricted by any company. Again, that lacks explanation. In the field of AI code editors, what does that mean that you are restricted by a company and not restricted by a company? What's the difference there? Again, no explanation. They just said that we are going to get you the best models on the internet, which again doesn't make sense. Which models are you actually speaking about? But it's fine. Talking about just AI code editors might not get us the best explanations over why Pear AI is the best code editor out there. So let's just see the example that he's about to show us, shall we?
Yeah, so in this demo, I show how to onboard onto a new code base and make a new feature while not knowing anything about the code base or the frameworks that come with it. And it's going to be super quick because I'm using Pear AI. All right, so we're gonna use the Pear AI landing page as an example. So in the documentation page right now, there's nothing, it's 404. And we're just gonna prompt it directly. I'm gonna say, I'm new to this Next.js code base. I wanna create a new documentation page. How can I do that? And we're gonna use code base context here because we want to have the knowledge of the best practices. We're already using the code base and the other files and the context. So it says to create a new directory in the app folder called documentation and make a file inside called page.tsx. So we're gonna do that. And then it says to use this basic structure to start off with. And you see there's a button called apply, and it just applies the code directly into the file. And then it says to create a new component into this components folder. So we're gonna go find it and create a new file called documentation.tsx. So this is gonna be the actual component. And we're just gonna prompt it directly by using command I, which is inline code generation. And we're gonna say to use that previous file, but also create the actual UI for it by having some buttons on the left side and the text on the right side. And then it generates it. I'm just gonna wait for this to finish and press Command Shift Enter to accept the changes. And let's go see. Okay, so there's nothing here. I've missed the actual component in the previous file. So I'm just gonna bring this to the chat panel again with Command plus L and set to import it. And I'm gonna click apply here again, and it knows exactly which line to change or to add or delete. And now I'm gonna save it, and there we have it. Amazing, the basic structure, but it still doesn't look the best, right? Let's ask it to make this look better. And that's literally what I'm gonna ask, and I'm gonna wait for this to finish generating. And again, I'm gonna click the apply button. We don't have to write a single line of code. And it's also going to show you the diffs, right? So you can, really choose what you want to keep and see the differences. I'm just gonna press Command Shift Enter to accept everything and save it here. And let's go back. There you go. Wow, this is so much better, right? So much better. And there we have it. We have a great foundation to start our documentation page without writing a single line of code, without having to know much about Next.js, React, or this code base. Amazing. All right, so now you watch the demo.
So the proposition is that I don't know anything about Next.js or anything like that, and he just wants to make a page for it. Isn't that dangerous for a software developer in the real world where they are supposed to be working with different code bases? If they know nothing about it, they will be expected to do things that just AI can do, and they will be expected to just understand things in the new framework that they are dealing with. So besides the point. Okay, so the part that disappoints me here is that in the tech demo of his Pear AI product, he again created a simple website, which I feel like can be generated with ChatGPT or Cursor or Continue.dev, any of these code editors. And it is not much of a hassle to just go to ChatGPT's window, copy paste the code and replace all the code that you have in your system and then test out the changes. So this is where my disappointment is. Couple years into the AI industry that has taken over software development, we are still stuck with basic problems. If you are doing a tech demo to showcase your product's capabilities, shouldn't you provide it with a hard example, like a tough problem to solve, and then say that ChatGPT can't do this, but Pear AI can do this? It's like you're watching the tech demo of iPhone 16 and then they show you that there is a Notes app. Like sure, previous generations of iPhones did have Notes app in them, but what is so different about iPhone 16 that I should buy? So following the same example, if you are pitching to us a AI-based code editor that you want us to use, shouldn't you show its capabilities, like giving it a tough problem or something like that? And you can show us that ChatGPT can't do this, Claude cannot do this, Gemini cannot do this, but our Pear AI software can. I feel like that would be a great distinguisher of you telling us that we should use only Pear AI because it is really the best. But we are still stuck with basic website design, creating simple pages, creating simple games out of AI. This is where my disappointment is. Like, I'm not against AI development. I really want AI technology to really make its place in the tech sector. But it's things like these and the conversations that get left on the table is where I feel disappointment. There are no conversations about AI performance on a low end computer, which would be the case for so many of us software developers, especially in India, where the tech sector is so big. Most of the laptops that people have like 4 gigabytes or 8 gigabytes of RAM. So, what would the performance look like compared to a laptop that has like 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes of RAM? We still do not have conversations on hallucinations. What if Pear AI is subject to the same level of hallucinations that other AI models are struggling with right now? How will the Pear AI be able to remember the past changes that somebody asked and just build on top of it? What if it just forgets what the app initially was and creates something else entirely out of it? What if I get stuck on a problem that I get partial solutions to? And no matter how many times I query the AI, I'm still not able to get the solution. There are so many conversations like these that just gets left on the table. So all of the hot water that Frying Pan has landed himself into, where there is literally a Git commit that says it's ours now, which he later changed and explained that he meant it as a joke, but people took it way too seriously. Because this is how the open source community is. It is deemed unethical to take somebody else's work and just put a pricing filter on top of it and then raise funding for it. I feel like if he hadn't raised 500k from Y Combinator, he wouldn't be facing this much backlash right now. He would be just another YouTuber pitching an AI product. But again, I have no problems with Frying Pan. I have no problems with Pear AI or whatever. But I just wanted to put my 2 cents in and let me know what you think about AI code editors and all the controversy that's been happening on Twitter these days. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you.